Coming up on this edition of Speed Chronicles, Hamilton wins.
Zig Media presents Speed Chronicles with Todd Lewis, powered by Rev TV.
Thanks for checking out this week's edition of Speed Chronicles. It happens every Wednesday. Find it on your favorite podcast platform. Find it on the Rev TV YouTube channel. We appreciate the comments and thoughts and feedback on the socials. Make sure you please hit that like and subscribe button as well. Had a super fun time in British Columbia last weekend. Thanks for having me out, Saratoga Speedway. Thanks for the Northwest Super Late Model Series having me out, part of the television coverage there. Beautiful part of the world. Hadn't been out to Vancouver Island in an awfully long time. Had some tasty food too. Always part of the fun and enjoyment when you go someplace to visit and work and hang out. Really good time. Hope to get back out there at some point in the not too distant future. Woke up early Sunday morning because I was out in the Pacific time zone, which I kind of like, by the way. It just sort of works in terms of everything. But you get up first thing in the morning, get some coffee going, and then it's Formula One on television at Barcelona. Lewis Hamilton scored a victory. You know what? It's good for him. You could see the emotion and how much it meant to him. It's also really good for Formula One. He is one of the absolute best drivers in Formula One history. He wanted to race for a legacy team in Ferrari, like so many grew up wanting to be part of Ferrari. He managed to make it happen. Took a while for each of them to sort of figure each other out. Lewis Hamilton, after a long time away somewhere else, has dropped into this new situation, and it's tough to get acclimatized to a new employer and how they do things and understanding how this new person coming in does things. And everything took a little while to get together, but now the prancing horse is really starting to gallop, and isn't that kind of fun? The car suited the circuit. It was good. They brought upgrades. That helped as well. Lewis and the team delivered when asked. It was a great drive. It was the right strategy. It all came together, and that has so often not happened for Ferrari. It'll be a fun storyline if Ferrari and Hamilton can close up the gap a little bit in the championship battle. It's big right now. But as we mentioned, we're kind of in the crunch. There's a bunch of races all in a row, so things could shake out a little bit differently, and that'll be fun to see. Once we get into this end of the stretch, once we get into that 4-week summer break, that's when everybody kind of has a look at it and says, okay, where are we? That'll be interesting to see. Kimi Antonelli did have his first hiccup of the year as well, as the car kind of melted down the same way George Russell's did a couple of races ago. How does that affect him? And George, oh my gosh, George Russell just can't seem to find his way for some reason this year. Looks to be on his way to a good run, doesn't work out. Second is pretty good in the championship, but not when it's behind your teammate and you were expected to be the one leading the charge this year. So he's feeling the pressure too. Going to be interesting. I guess we have to ask, is it going to be a two-team fight? Is it going to be Ferrari and Mercedes? Are the McLarens and Red Bulls really good enough to challenge for the title? I'm not sure. Again, a lot can change over the next month before we get into the summer break, but it's going to be interesting to see. Charles Leclerc, I don't know. Got that new contract and hasn't really gone well since then. NASCAR was at Pocono, and old man Denny Hamlin wins again. Now, there's some even suggesting, I think, sort of joking, but maybe not completely with the sense of humor, maybe we should get him to hang around a little bit longer than he was expecting. He was going to ride off into the sunset. Hamlin, remember, signed his deal to end at the end of 2027. Said that's it. It's going to be the end of full-time competition. And it makes sense. His performance right now, obviously still excellent. He's driving a Toyota. That helps. Makes sense that he's understanding that his skills are going to diminish. He's well aware of that. Everyone wants to hang on and just keep doing forever. Just keep doing it forever. Doesn't work that way. At some point, the skills begin to diminish as your age increases. Sometimes it happens slowly. You don't really notice it right away. Sometimes it happens really quickly. Doesn't matter the sport. Sometimes it happens very quickly. So good for Denny Hamlin to understand that. He's not making any big proclamations, but I don't know. Does it continue past 27? I don't know if it does. Good for everyone, by the way, with NASCAR shuffling the time forward to avoid the weather in that area. I'm interested to see how this weekend's NASCAR extravaganza at the Naval Base in San Diego is received. All three series will be there, all three of the touring series. Some special guests in the series as well. As you can imagine, this is an enormous undertaking of logistics. So imagine all the work that goes into building up a street circuit, a normal street circuit, if you will. And then you have the added layer of needing security clearance for everyone that's going to enter the grounds to work and be part of this circus, because, oh yeah, they're checking official ID for everyone that's coming onto a military base. And you got to make sure that you don't have people with warrants or criminals or something like that before granting them access to the military base. It's all been going very smoothly so far, I understand, but there is a process. It's also going to be part of the process of the 250th anniversary celebration of the U.S., dripping with patriotism all weekend when IndyCar does their race in D.C. Nobody's sure how good the race is going to be this weekend. Does NASCAR actually want to keep doing this? The rumors of the Chicago race coming back are a bit puzzling to me. Didn't seem like the racing was all that great. It was a challenge for the city. A different weekend might help for sure, rather than July the 4th, but you're still shutting down a big chunk of Chicago streets, and that is hard to navigate. Again, big logistics coming up for the IndyCar race in DC. Is it a one and done? I don't know. The week before the Washington race, they're going to a new circuit in Markham as well. That's going to be a bit of a learning curve because it's the first time. Things are going well, apparently. All the paving has been done, I'm told. They're working on some of the other logistics for the infrastructure, but everything is going smoothly in terms of the resurfacing that's been completed. The promoters are pleased with the ticket sales so far. I'm going to an event later this week. I'll probably get a little more info on what's happening, but so far, pretty positive of where they are a couple of months out from Markham, which is nice to hear. IndyCar races this weekend at Road America, and everyone will go, oh, this is where we should be racing. It's everyone's favorite track on the circuit. It's super fun. There's lots of challenging segments out on the track. It's a 4-mile track. It's easy to see why everyone enjoys it so much. They do a nice job with the event. They get good crowds, but of course, it's in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin, and you are only going to be able to generate so much interest and so much buzz about this kind of event. Great track, great facility, love it. Everybody loves racing there. Lots of room for everything, but it is what it is. Does Alex Palou resume his run to the title? Is anybody going to be able to catch him this year? Or even have we started to think about next year yet? Same car, same package next year. As we're into the second half of the season as well, there will be more talk and speculation about drivers moving after the season. Bunch of contracts are coming to an end. Joseph Newgarden is one of them. When he joined Team Penske, seemed like this was the perfect fit. It does still seem like they're a good fit, but yeah, are they? Is it a good fit? I'm also not sure if either party looks at the situation and says, well, if we get someone else, is that going to be better? Or does Joseph look at it and say, if I go somewhere else, is that going to be better? If I'm him, I'm not moving unless it's to another top team. Is it McLaren? Is it Ganassi? Those are the other top teams. Do you want him if he's available? Maybe. For McLaren, Nolan Siegel's got to produce this year or he's getting moved out. That'll create an opening, I guess. It's another Chevy team. That would give them a big lineup if they held on to Lundgaard and Pato and had Joseph there. That would be big. I don't know if it's going to happen. For Ganassi, it's all about Scott Dixon and how long he wants to stick around. Like Denny Hamlin, Scott's getting up there in age. He is still among front runners at races. That is when his hybrid doesn't break down. He doesn't qualify as well as he used to. maybe that's also part of the evolution of the car with the hybrid that got added and the aero screen that got added. They're very different cars than when he first came in. But as long as he's competitive and has a chance to win and wants to stay in the game, I think I'd be pretty happy if I was Chip Ganassi to have him be in one of my cars. And if you're a racer, you don't want to get out too soon. I don't think you want to hang on forever, but I don't think you want to get out before you're ready and before you're finished. I don't know. I just can't see a repeat of the willpower dynamic from last year with the whole Ganassi and Dixon thing. It's not the same situation. There's other contracts expiring as well, but I don't know that anything's really going to happen until those big situations get sorted out. We'll wait and see. Things will start to shake out over the next few weeks or month or two. San Diego, Road America this weekend. Lots of NASCAR, lots of IndyCar. Looking forward to it. Should be a couple of solid events. Should be fun. Thanks for checking out this week's edition of Speed Chronicles. Hit the like and subscribe button. We'll do it again next Wednesday.